back initializing on our last review for Jack Reacher for Reacher season 1, final episode we just got through watching, and we're here to give our final grade, final score, and last talk about this season, and we'll do our best to try to get through as many of them as we can before the new season comes out in a couple of weeks. But Greg, how's it going, man? What'd you feel about that finale? Because I'm pretty sure I think you probably watched this season like when it came out a few years ago, and then like you're getting refreshed like the first time. So yeah, man, let me know what you thought about the final episode, how the season actually ended.
I thought it was satisfying. Little bit maybe predictable a little bit, but they kind of lined it up kind of conveniently with everybody having their own kind of battle to take out. You know, you had Picard and Finley one-on-one, you had Roscoe and the mayor one-on-one, and you had KJ and Reacher one-on-one in the finale. So kind of a little like, thing, but it worked. Obviously. One gripe, and we kind of mentioned it, was the way KJ died. Maybe not as cool as we thought.
Oh yeah, man, he should have been eating balls at least.
Because you would say that Finley killing Picard was probably pretty cool, right? The little smasher.
Yeah, that was like two friends getting in a fight. They're both on the wrong side of each other right now. One of them's gone too far. He's done too many things wrong, and like kind of situation. And then you got to see Roscoe take care of the mayor, who actually killed, like we talked about earlier, the father figure, because they were able to prove it a little bit because of the indention on his head that would have been there, and it came from Miss Kane. So like you had that kind of a revenge, and I thought that was good enough, her shooting his ass right dead in the head kind of situation. But yeah, but then you get to like the ultimate bad guy. I mean, he's over here cutting balls off, feeding them to people and stuff. I mean, that's pretty horrible. I expect something pretty bad. Like when it comes down to it, you remember like the Bolton that gets killed in Game of Thrones, and every homegirl sticks his own dogs on him. It's like, okay, cool, that was worth all the bad crap I had to see him do through that show or whatever, and then he gets his just desserts. I don't think KJ got the just desserts. He got caught on fire, which sucks for a little while, but see, that's too easy because your nerve endings burn off and stuff, and then you don't even feel it, and then you basically just asphyxiate yourself when it comes to that. So like that's over and done with too damn quick. Too damn quick, man.
Yeah, it wasn't super cool. I thought I would, but it was what it was. I mean, he's dead. I mean, everybody's dead. Everybody gets their time with Reacher. We could talk about Picard a little bit. Like we see Reacher set up Picard to die, and he ends up doing it pretty cleverly. And Picard falls for it and ends up getting shot and rolls down the hill. We think he's dead, or like, why would why is he gonna come? How's he gonna get back? Like anything, we didn't really think about him. He's like probably bleed out.
You know what I think happened here? They got through most of the show. They're like filming it and everything else, and they're like, "Bro, we got this ending." They already had like what they were probably gonna have Roscoe do. They already had what Reacher's gonna do, like their final fights. But then they're like, "Damn, man, Finley's kind of a cool character. Like, we got to throw him something." And then they kind of like, "Oh shit, dog, we already killed him in that other episode." Nah, man, he ain't dead. We didn't show him dead. So like I said, he got out. Man, technically, maybe he still had a cell phone on him, so he could have called one of his buddies or something like that to get him like, there to the plant. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Like when we realized, hey, how the hell how did he get here, bro?
Bleeding.
He's like still bleeding from his cut. Ain't even in the hospital. Like Ubered his ass on down to the shop, what I'm saying, to join the fight. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and then another gripe was like the Polo Hubble, miraculously learning how to shoot headshots.
Oh yeah, he does a headshot, one shot trigger, full shoots right between the eyes. Like I get you hitting somebody because like you point the gun, especially with a pistol, it's point and shoot. So as long as it can do that, can aim decent, like you're gonna hit something right. But right between the eyes, bro. That was like a Jack Reacher shot right there. Yeah. All the other characters, they were either cops, had been trained with guns and stuff like that. So when they're going, the other gripe would be during that fight scene, which is two things happened during the fight, this final like episode here that just gets me, is the whole bad guys talking and giving up everything that they did because they think they're in the upper hand position. Why you always doing that, mofos? You're always getting killed doing it. Like every time, it never works. Like watch TV one time, bro, and you'll realize not to do that as a bad guy. You just shoot. Like the other one was like Reacher, badass going through here, two shots at him and one shot's in the head, looks cool and it's believable because he's like, former like either Marine or something in the army and military, just like his friend that joined the show late, which I liked her character. You were right, her character's pretty cool. Then you also have the two cops. But like all of a sudden he gets into that final battle and they're kind of like getting their way into like shooting and stuff like that. It's not going to be ending on like a gunshot or something like that. So you understand why nobody's getting shot. There's going to be more of a personal up close battle that happens here. But with that being said, it's like Reacher forgot how to shoot. He hasn't missed a single person one time in this show. I don't think he misfired once. He missed this dude at the very end of this episode 6 times. Like he all of a sudden forgot how to shoot. So like that's one of the complaints. But the good part is, like we talked about, it's a simple show. You get what you want to see. You get the people, the good guys win. They get the revenge. There's some cool moments in the action and stuff like that. There's cool moments in the story and everything else. So like I said earlier, it's one of those simple style. It's the mashed potatoes. It's not the steak. You know what I'm saying? But it's the mashed potatoes. It's that, heartwarming, like, side that you need to make what you're eating a little bit better. And this is one of those shows. It's like, this is like a good palate cleanser when you watch a show like The Acolyte. Then you go watch this show and you're like, man, at least this show ain't that stupid. At least it's doing something. At least it's got some decent writers involved in it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's like that palate cleanser, So good chaser. And I think it does a really good job. I think it does a really great job. And I think Fair should be here watching this with us and reviewing it with us because he would probably love this damn show. Because like I said, it's basically a procedural, but it's got more story than a procedural normally does.
Maybe we'll bribe him for season 2 or 3, whatever.
Right, Ferris ain't joining nobody on shit. Man. Get out of here.
More surprising, Picard coming back or Hubble being alive?
Hubble, I kind of guessed. I've been saying that.
The Hubble.
I was all over the Hubble thing. I knew his ass wasn't dead. The other thing is because it was definitely home dude teleporting to the thing after he done been shot by it. And you're also getting shot by the man, the myth, the legend of the show, Reacher. It wasn't like you got shot by a side character. You got shot by Reacher, then you fell down a mountain. And then he was able to get to that. So I'd say that's the most craziest thing. The mayor, I did think it was interesting because you did have the leader of the business and the mayor were involved in this. They were bad guys, but they didn't, they wasn't ultimately the bad guy. I didn't see the son as being the person who really kind of led this and did some of the killings. So I thought that was a pretty cool way to do that or whatnot. He was actually pretty crazy. Like I said, it would have been cooler if he would have been like in a more devastatingly evil death, but he didn't get that. He got off easy when it comes to it. And sometimes the bad guys do. But
now, are you taking it personal if you're Venezuelan that you represent like you didn't like more like guys can come through?
No. Listen, like it is what it is. Somebody's got to be the bad guy, man. And it's like these people. To me, it's like the problem when it comes down to any of this stuff that people wants to talk about, right? So you bring it up like the Venezuelans because they were technically most of the bad guys. They got killed a lot and everything else because they were like the goons that were going around trying to do the shooting and everything else. But with me, it's like when you put a group of people and you're always having them in one thing. But if you do have people that represent, like say South Americans or Latino people, period, and they got good roles. So like as long as you have the opposite, you know what I'm saying? It's not always being that. I think the part of the reason why storytelling is getting kind of shitty these days is because people are afraid just to put whoever you think the best actor is, no matter what color, whatever it is, in certain spots. Because you got to admit, it's I almost couldn't believe when we watched Spider-Man that the real bad guy turned out to be the leader of what you want to call it,
Damage
Control, which happened to be a black guy. I was kind of in shock because like they're almost afraid to do that because it makes you look racist because you have a black guy that happens to be the bad guy. No, dude, like there's a bunch of black people that are heroes in movies that you watch these days. It's not just one character. Back in the day, I'd say it was kind of shitty because like Latino representation would have been like kind of like this show. It did kind of resemble that, you know, kind of like laundering money, drugs, or whatever, right? That kind of situation. But you also have a lot of characters out there that are Latino that plays like a couple good characters, like Home Dude's in almost every damn movie right now. I almost said Pablo Picasso. That's Pedro Pascal. And like people like Oscar Isaac and stuff like that. So you got representation on the good and bad. So I just think people need to put that crap to bed, man. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just start talking about the characters. Who gives a shit about what they look like or what, you know, where they're from.
No, I'm
Like,
just saying, like, from more of like a ineffective. You're like, if I was Venezuela, I'd be like, damn, we couldn't kill Finley or somebody. Like, we couldn't get one big kill.
no,
Like,
yeah. And if you're talking about it more in a joking, like not even in a
yeah,
serious manner, talking about joking wise, I'd be
like
I'd be
we
like,
couldn't
listen, bro, like, you know, I mean, for one, like, yeah, they were like, they were like 0 for 99 or something in this show. Like, they didn't get one kill. They did do what I said they should do. They should have one of them in danger, which would have been more of the Roscoe thing. She was kind of trapped, and like Finley and stuff. We have characters do cool moments, like Finley with his little cigarette toss. He got a couple of puffs because he thought he was possibly going to die. So he's like, hey, no, don't throw that on there yet. Let me get a couple of puffs. Then he does that. He throws a little cool thing. Gets over there, and then he gets in a fight and starts doing like overhead shots. You know, he's over here trick shotting it up and everything else, which I'm going to ignore. That's stupid as hell, and everything like that. But it is what it is. It was funny. We laughed at it, so I don't mind it. And you have Roscoe, of course, do her thing and get her revenge. You know, Reacher admits, like, you know, I'm a wanderer. Some people sit by the campfire and some people wander. Another simple logical little thing in writing, right? It wasn't like, oh, I've got to beat you over the head with some really smart, intelligent words, really big things. Nah, man, it was a very simple phrase. He says, like, some people sit by the campfire and the other people were made to wander. And he was like, I'm a wanderer, right? I'm going out there and I'm not one that sits by the campfire. And she understood that, right? And then he's like, hey, you're one of the people, though, that would keep me closer to the flame. I thought that was really simple words, a really simple concept, pretty cool little thing there. And it turns out to be way smarter and more intelligent and fun to enjoy than somebody trying to kill you over the head with a bunch of like, oh, wait, I got to say the most Shakespearean shit in the world right now. No, you don't. Sometimes being simple is the way to go. And this show is simple. So, like, don't try to make it like super intelligent in the moments, because then it makes it even more cheesier. I didn't think they did the cheesy thing. One thing I did get upset about, but then I quickly got unupset, was the fact I thought Reacher was lying to us about his brother being dead. The way they cut that, it looked like, you know, the bad stuff happened. We got the overall good guys win. And I thought Reacher was back in his uniform because he was like, this was maybe it was a mission that he was sent on, basically like in a covert way or something like that, to stop like outside forces, Venezuelans, from coming in here and doing some shit. So like, I thought he was meeting like a superior or something like that, right, in the suit in that moment. And the way they cut it together. And then he's like, your brother. And I'm like, what the he lying? Like, his brother's been alive this whole time? It's been like a secret. He just went up there and lied to everybody about his brother being dead. But then it turned out to be a flashback of when their mom was dying and stuff. And I thought that was done really well, too. That was a little bit emotional and everything else. But then I'll say this last thing, and then I'm going to let you talk for a few minutes, is, bro, my most emotional thing, and the one that I really wanted to see, and the most appetizing thing, no pun intended here, actually the pun is intended, was that peach pie he finally ate. He finally, because you know, at the very beginning of the show, he shows up, orders. I think he actually ordered the pie. He asked her what was good, and she said the peach pie, and he was like, I'll take some, but he never got a bite out of it because he was literally knew they were going to come pick him up or whatever and everything else. So like, he never got to really eat the pie, and he finally got a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? And that's some good shit, bro. I've been sitting here for the last hour wanting some peach pie, to be honest with you.
Now, Justin, favorite non-Reacher character?
Like, so in the show, like any character but Reacher.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. I'd have to say Finley.
Okay.
I liked Finley a little more than Roscoe. I think the bad guy, like I think the actor did fine for like when he was on like the ultimate bad guy, the son. I
Mm-hmm.
think he did fine when he had opportunities and stuff like that. Like I kind of liked the guy. I thought that was and then he played a pretty good bad guy, but he really didn't get to get in depth with him that much. So like I
Yeah.
can't really say he's my favorite. The mayor, although he's in a bunch of stuff from all over the years and decades, like I mean, he is what he is. Uh, yeah, I would have to say Finley. I liked Finley.
Yeah, I thought it was a good relationship. I think they made every character pretty likable. I mean, you pretty enjoyed everybody's story and enjoyed everybody's character. It was not like there was a super weak link between the main characters for me personally.
Hmm.
I think there's always like a fun little thing about each character. Obviously, and we'll see her in other seasons. And she's getting a spinoff show. Neely was one of my favorite character when I first watched this show.
And that's the girl that's Jack Reacher's friend. She's
Yeah,
another one that I didn't see enough of to really say that she's my favorite.
yeah,
Now, like, say if she plays a bigger role in like a season 2 or something like that, I'd be like, okay, probably I can see why people like her character, but I
mhm,
can't really say she's my favorite because she was there for just a couple of moments.
yeah,
I thought she did well with what she was given, and I thought she was a pretty decent character for what she was given. But she was only in a couple of episodes. Matter of fact, this last episode she was in more than she was in any of the other episodes. Um, so yeah, but I don't think they really got too in depth in any of the bad guys. So you really can't pick any of those, or I would have.
yeah.
I always had the bad guys, bro. Dark side
Mhm.
forever. You know what I'm saying? Megatron's better than Optimus Prime.
Oh, whoa.
Darth Vader's
Mhm.
better than Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Skeletor's better than He-Man.
Yeah, see that.
Hambone's better than Brandy. I mean, like straight up 100%. Like this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of that dark side.
Mhm.
Like that's why I like the horror movies because the characters are cooler. You know, like I go
Yeah.
see Evil Dead Burn and it's about the Deadites. You know what I'm saying? I don't really
Mhm.
care about that. I don't care about them humans. I just worried about who becomes a Deadite and how cool they look and how what kind of gross ass crap the Deadite going to do after they turn into one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. But like, but yeah, I get it and I understand, especially if you watch more than season 1, her slowly becoming like a fan favorite.
Yeah. She
I actually
definitely.
think that somebody might be getting. I think I may have heard somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but it may be her character or something that may be getting a spinoff.
Yeah, we watched a commercial for something, and it was the Neely spinoff. I don't know if it was on
Mhm.
the actual watch along or whatever from Amazon, but yeah, she's getting a spinoff show, which is going to be interesting if she can carry a whole show. But she definitely brings a great presence in every season. You'll see in the couple coming seasons if we watch them.
Right.
How she keeps the momentum going with her character.
Well, Greg, you got anything else on the episode that you wanted to talk about this finale?
No, I mean, I'm glad we got to watch it together. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was something that surprised me because of I enjoyed the Tom Cruise. They were silly fun movies, for sure. But I was like, okay, well, this is I was a little intrigued because I saw the Tom Clancy, oh, Team Brandy, okay.
No,
Uh
trust you. Yeah.
I enjoyed Jack Ryan was this I think it was another Amazon show that I was surprised that it was pretty good. So I was interested to see Reacher what they did with the character and see if it was as good as I didn't have a high expectations, and so it's surpassed what I thought it would be, and I really enjoyed the show.
in a in a world where everything has to have some kind of crazy shit going on in it, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it's
Mm,
superhero movies or something like that. This is one of those like shows that is down to earth. It's like, all right, these are the cool shows. It's like I've said it
yeah.
a couple times already, man. It's that macaroni and cheese, it's that mashed potatoes, it's the good comfort food to get you by.
Mhm.
And you got your big steak dinner, which would be like your Spider-Man movies, or like when it comes to shows like Game of Thrones. And this is the kind of thing that you get next to it that gets you by when you don't have one of those big shows that you're really
Yeah.
liking to watch. This is something definitely to dive into, and I'm glad I did. Final score for me, I'm going. It's not a C plus or anything. It's actually going to be. I'm going to finalize it at a B minus, just because, like I said, it's one of those shows that I enjoyed. I liked. I liked watching it with you. I liked watching anybody else that had joined us during any of the watch alongs or like reviews and everything else. I hope y'all liked them as far as that goes. And it's just one of those deals where it's like I'm like I said, I'm not gonna run to work tomorrow and be like, hey guys, hey, listen, you really got to go see Reacher season 1,
Hey
right?
brother. Hey brother.
If somebody were to say like, "Hey man, have you ever watched Reacher before?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah, man, I enjoyed it."
Mm.
But I'm not gonna run down there, you know what I'm saying, in between customers talking about some like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Like, let's
Yeah,
we got you got
I
to
got
see this.
candy, guys. I
This,
got
yeah,
candy in my
this is
pocket.
this is like a drug, man. You got to put it in your veins, kind of situation. No, it's not that good. Okay, it's not that big of a thing. But with that being said, like I still enjoyed it, and a B minus is fine. We gotta have B minuses, bro. I'm
Yeah.
passing, passing. Like even with a C, you're passing, but I'm passing pretty good. You know, I'm still an AB honor roll here,
Passing
which is fine.
hard.
Yeah, passing hard. That's the only way to pass.
Yeah,
It's
pass
hard,
hard.
right? But Greg,
Yeah,
what did you finally land on?
I got a solid B. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was a waste of time or anything. I thought it was a good show that I got in and wanted to. Remember, I watched it and I was like, I gotta get all these episodes. I can't, I always judge if I could take a break from a show. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch 1 or 2 episodes and then I'll get back to it. I usually don't get back to it, or I get back to it a lot later. So that means I really wasn't really locked into
Mhm.
it. But if it's a show that it was like, okay, I gotta see the next one. And I thought Reacher did a good job of always ending on like a little cliffhanger or something badass to get you going want to see the next episode. So
Yeah,
overall, solid B. I was very surprised by the show, how good it was, and I just overall enjoyed it.
I do agree because there are some shows that we're watching. Man, it's just because we're doing it at the same time, so it's going to keep coming up. But like something like House of the Dragon, I think needs more episodes.
Mhm.
Maybe like a good 12 episode season.
Yeah.
To make things kind of flow a little better and everything else, so that you can like really dive into the details because there's so many things going on.
Yeah.
A show like this, I think, is perfect. Eight episodes, boom, boom, boom. You get the story, boom, boom. Bad guy's dead. We're done. Right, 45 minutes an episode. Not too long. It is something that you can sit down and binge. You know, we knocked out a few episodes at a time, sitting down together and watching it. But yeah, it's not a hard watch. It's not a hard thing to get through. So yeah, I'm at a B minus. You at a B. With that being said, guys, we will be back. We will get through. I would say we should be able to at least get through season 2 before season 4 starts in a couple of weeks, because we'll be trying to knock out some more of those in the last couple of days. We got other shows I've been thinking about doing that we might need to do catch ups on. We also have, I think towards the end of this year in October, we actually have, hopefully Greg will want to join me. We're going to be doing I'm going to be doing, at least, even if I have to do it by myself, Camp Crystal Lake.
I'll do
The
it with you, Daddy.
new Jason
I'll do it with you, Daddy.
Voorhees.
Don't worry.
You'll be with me. You'll
I'll be with
be
you.
cuddling up next to me, next to the fire, telling tales of the Voorhees. That's what I like to say.
A little s'more in my mouth.
Yeah, Brandy over here. She's running her mouth. That's why everybody's Team Hambone. Justin tries to get the Game of Thrones, House of Dragon during it is, but the problem is like we're literally doing both of those shows at the same time, and it's so easy to compare them. But with that being said, we're out of here, man.
But you even love me because you.
Oh God,
you're
you hear? Oh,